196072001, the people versus Andrew Perry Jr. The defendant is charged with one count of malicious destruction of property, and today is the date set for review. Appearance, please.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Andrew Perry. Mr. Perry, sir, please unmute and tell the judge your full name.
How you doing today, Judge? My name is Andrew Perry.
Today is the date set for review, and with respect to Mr. Perry, probation has indicated that Mr. Perry has not complied with any terms and conditions of his probation. He was sentenced on December 2nd, 2019, has completed, well, I don't know what that means. This said he completed a total of 19 months of probation with no progress. Mr. Perry has stated he's not interested in complying with, okay. He said he's not interested.
Ma'am, I never said that.
Hold on, Mr. Perry. Hold on a minute.
And he has a credit of 60 days jail. And then I don't know why she recommended that last part. Ms. Dixon?
So, Your Honor, I had a conversation with probation officer O'Driscoll some time back regarding Mr. Perry. And I believe that it was her recommendation that the matter be closed and he be given credit for time served. In speaking with Mr. Perry, it does surprise me that someone would say that he said he's not interested in completing the probation. Mr. Perry has verbalized to me today and previously that he's interested in doing whatever he has to do to put this matter behind him without going to jail. And
well, let me interrupt you, Ms. Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he verbally told someone.
Oh, okay.
That I don't know. I mean, she says he did. I don't know. I wasn't in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What I know is that his actions is speaking volumes. His actions, which speaks far louder than any words he could say.
Mm-hmm.
His actions are speaking volumes that he does not want to do this probation. A person who says, I want to do what's necessary, let me tell you what that person would do. The person who wants to do what's necessary would have paid the $720 ordered by Judge Kenneth King. The person who wanted to do what's necessary would have completed. And this was supposed to be suppressed under HIDA. So the person who wanted to do what's necessary, have their matter suppressed under HIDA, get some good footing under them so they could be successful people in life, they would have completed 12 weeks of anger management. They would have submitted to random urinalysis. They would have completed the substance abuse evaluation. They would have done the 10 days of community service in lieu of the fines, costs, and fees. That person is the person who wants to do what's necessary to put the matter behind them. That's that person. This person that's in front of me today has missed court. Let me see. A warrant was requested in August of 2020. A warrant was requested in February of 2021. A warrant was requested in August 2021. A warrant was requested September 2020. I mean, who is trying to put this behind him? It sounds like he's trying to hang out with me for 5 years. Sir, I lowered your hand the first time. So let me lower it the second time. We're not in school. We're not in school. And right now I'm talking to Ms. Stevenson. Ms. Stevenson, so help me understand that person who has failed to appear at least 5 times for court and has done nothing, the person you say, it's surprising to you that they're saying he don't want to do the probation. It's not surprising to me.
Understood, Your Honor, and I see how the court would see that prior to the January 13th appearance before this court, which adjourned the matter to today. My representation as to Mr. Perry's desire to bring this matter on track stems from his actions since he came back to court in January, Your Honor.
Let's talk about that. What has he done between January and March 31st?
So thank you, Your Honor. He's had his mental health evaluation. I don't know where the results of that evaluation are, Your Honor. But Mr. Perry has indicated that he did have that evaluation, and
who told him where to go? Because Miss O'Driscoll, who sent me this update yesterday at 3:21 p.m., says that they haven't had any contact with him.
Yeah, I don't know where he had that evaluation, and I don't know where he would have gotten the referral for the evaluation. But Mr. Perry represents to me that he did have that evaluation, Your Honor. And so understanding, and I hear what the court is saying, because Mr. Perry's actions prior to January suggest that I don't know that I would say that he's not interested in complying with the probation, but he didn't. So he did spend some time in the Oakland County Jail on some matters outside of this court's jurisdiction. So I know that doesn't count for anything here. But whatever it is that's caused Mr. Perry not to live on the right side of the law, I believe is being rectified at this point, Your Honor. He's been in warrant status enough times and for a long enough period of time so that the court has still sufficient jurisdiction over this matter. We're not even asking right now that HIDA be reinstated, or actually, I don't think it's ever been revoked, but we're not asking that the matter follow HIDA right now because Mr. Perry at this point is not demonstrating that he's deserving of that consideration. But he is here. He was here in January. He says that he's had his mental health evaluation, and I'm asking the court to give Mr. Perry an opportunity, not just to get credit for time served and close this matter out, or not just to send him to jail and send him on his way, but an opportunity to make sure that he can live as a productive citizen. And I think the resources...
Go ahead, finish.
36 district court probation can help Mr. Perry to do that. I think he's ready to get it on track. I agree with you. Before January, it didn't look like it, but since January, it does, Your Honor, and he has time.
All right, Miss Walker. I see Miss Walker came back out of the breakout room, but I need Miss Cameron. I wanted Miss Cameron to go in the breakout room with Miss Walker for the other case, unless you all have already spoken.
We have not, Judge. I was just in the room by myself, so I wasn't sure why I was there.
Okay, Miss Cameron, Miss Walker.
Yes. I'm ready to go in there right now. She wasn't in there yet.
Right. So she'll go back to 14, and then Miss Cameron will come to 14. Okay. All right. Okay. So Mr. Perry, you had your hand up twice. Is it something that you want to say to me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is something I want to say to you.
Go ahead.
This whole situation is I feel like it's very unfortunate. Definitely a big misunderstanding. I had no intention on it going. I would did. You know what I'm saying? It was just a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I ended up in some trouble, man. And I really regret it. I don't like jail. I don't like standing in front of the judge. I don't like my heart about to beat out my chest because I'm scared. My life is on the line. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Ma'am, I really am trying to turn my life around. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently enrolled in school right now. I'm trying to get my diploma. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things happened since this pandemic happened. A lot of things have changed since this pandemic. It really disorganized me, and I'm just really trying to get back on track right now. While I still can. Because I do not want to lose. I do not want to lose to the system. You know what I'm saying? I want to be free. I want to, I want to be successful in life. I don't want to be constantly going back and forth in jail, having a bad record. I'm honestly not a bad guy. I definitely feel like I deserve a second chance in life, and
Let's
I believe
call it
you won't
another.
regret it.
Let's call it another chance, Mr. Perry, because I think you might have already had a second chance, but let's call it another chance. And I agree with you. I agree that you deserve another chance, but Mr. Perry, you have to show yourself. You have to show that you want the other chance. What is on my?
Yes, ma'am. I will show you. I promise you, you won't regret it.
All right, Mr. Perry. Well, I'm going to believe you. I'm going to believe you. So let's see if we can get it done. I don't know. I don't know where you got the mental health evaluation done, but your probation officer, Miss O'Driscoll, she needs to see it. She needs to see that evaluation, and then you have to do. What did I just say he had to do? He was supposed to do anger management, which I think, going to Mr. Rice will be just such a benefit to him.
I agree, Your Honor.
To do anger management. Are you working? You said you're in school. Where do you go to school?
I go to school at the Covenant House Academy Alternative.
Okay. Covenant. And then are you working at all?
I'm trying to right now. I'm looking for some employment right now. I'm doing like side jobs with my cousins. It's really under the table. It's not like a paycheck.
Yeah, it's independent contracting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is what I'm going to do. I want you. You said, okay. There's 10 days of community service that you could do instead of paying the fines and costs. And if you're associated with Covenant House, then perhaps that could also be a place where you could do some community service. So, but you need to talk to Miss, instead of paying the $700, or now the balance is $800 and something. But instead of paying that, you could do the community service. And then I do want you to do the anger management with Mr. Rice, and we can get you closed out. Let's see what he's done in 3 months out, and then I'll consider keeping him on hiatus. So let's see what he's done in 3 months, and that will be June, and that will be all right. Prove it to me, Mr. Perry. Prove it to me.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
All right. You have a great day and stay safe.
All right, you too.
Thank you. You're giving me a lot of feedback. This is case number 194592102. The people of the state of Michigan versus Christopher. Middle name is cut off. It starts with D.I. Jackson. The defendant is charged with 1 count of littering. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Yes, Melinda Cameron appearing on behalf of Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, state your name for the record, please.
Christopher Jackson.
Your Honor, at this time, my client, pursuant to prosecutor recommendation, is going to plead guilty to 1 count of littering. The understanding will be taken on a 1-year delayed sentencing. I advised him that if he meets the terms and conditions as set forth by the court and has no further convictions during the 1-year delayed sentencing time, that the matter will be dismissed at the end of the 1-year date. Now, Judge, the other thing I want to bring court's attention before we do the plea is that my client's currently on a tether bond. We'd ask the court to release the tether today. He did appear timely for his matter today.
He's on a tether bond for this case?
Yes. That's my understanding.
Madam Clerk, can you confirm that Mr. Jackson is on a tether bond for littering? One moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Jackson, that's correct. You have no other pending matters. Is that correct?
No other pending matters, no other pending cases or anything. This is the only case, this is the only charge that I have.
Okay. All right. Very good, sir. Thank you.
Says tether requirement imposed, GPS conditions, work only. Mr. Jackson, can you please adjust your camera? Thank you. All right. Well, as to the tether, of course, that will be immediately removed. All right. The tether should be immediately removed. With respect to the remaining issue, sir, your lawyer has indicated that you want to accept the people's offer and enter a plea of guilty in exchange for a recommendation for a delayed sentence of 12 months, wherein this case will be dismissed at the conclusion of the delayed sentence if you successfully complete the terms and conditions of the probation. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to share my screen, sir. On my screen, you will see an advice of rights form. My question to you is, have you had an opportunity to review for yourself or go over with a lawyer your constitutional rights?
Yes.
When you did that, sir, did you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Or do you understand that this is a misdemeanor and therefore you have a right to a trial? However, if I accept a plea from you today, you will be giving up these rights that you went over for a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Or has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything that was not placed on this record to get you to enter a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you currently on probation or parole, sir?
No.
Finally, the court draws your attention to number 11 on the advice of rights form. It indicates that an appeal to the circuit court may be taken within 21 days of the date of your sentence. However, do you understand that by entering into a voluntary plea, you may be giving up your right to an automatic appeal, and if you were to change your mind about the plea, you would have to request permission of the circuit court to appeal the conviction or request that I set aside the conviction, the guilty plea. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
With that understanding, do you want to give up your right to a trial and enter a plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, give me one moment. And then raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Cameron, do you have the information to provide the factual basis?
Your Honor, I do not have the specific date. If the date can be given to me from far away, I could question my client.
Madam Clerk, can you give us the date of this offense? The date is September 9th, 2019.
Thank you. Sir, on that date and time, were you located in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And at that time, did you discard some wood pallets on a property that did not belong to you or to your employer?
Yes.
and you did that knowing that you were discarding those objects on a public or private property that did not belong to you, correct?
Correct.
Thank you, Judge. I have nothing further. Ask the court to accept the plea.
All right, and the people are not present, but the court is satisfied. I will accept a guilty plea to one count of littering. Having accepted the guilty plea of Ms. Cameron, is there any objection to immediate sentencing?
None whatsoever, Judge. Thank you.
All right, and would you like to address the court as to sentencing?
Well, Judge, he has nothing else pending. He was working for an employer, and his employer asked him to discard some wood pallets, and he did. He regretfully took his order of his employer to just dump them, and he knew that was wrong, and he's sincerely apologetic for that.
All right. And Mr. Jackson, would you like to make any statement to the court?
No, ma'am.
Court, having accepted a guilty plea, will impose the following sentence. I will accept the recommendation for 12-month delayed sentence. That will be with a final review date of March 12, 2024. Additionally, I am going to set a review date for September 29, 2023 at 10 o'clock a.m. At that September 29th review date, if you have completed the terms and conditions of your probation, you will be eligible for an early discharge from probation, still maintaining the delayed sentence status. The court is going to impose mandatory cost of $210, a $250 fine, a $50 attorney's fee, for a total of $510. You do have the duration of probation to pay that amount. Additionally, the court is going to impose 2 days of community service. That's equivalent to 16 hours. Where did you work? Where did you work, Mr. Jackson? When you discarded? When I
did that, I was working for a landscaping company.
Okay. I'm just gonna impose 1 day of community service. That's 8 hours. So you can't go like 1 day for 2 hours and be like, I did 1 day. No, it's 8 hours, equivalent 8 hours of community service. And you're going to get the community service assignment from Ms. Green with our probation department, but this is a non-reporting probation. So, Madam Clerk, what we're going to do is, Mr. Jackson, Madam Clerk, pull up his register of action for me, please.
Yes, sir. What's that?
I'm sorry.
Yes, I have it up.
Okay, so that you can call Ms. Green to get your community service assignment, okay?
Okay.
And then if you pay the $510, do the 1 day of community service by September 29th, the matter will be dismissed, the conviction will be set aside, and the case will be closed, okay?
Okay.
All right, anything further?
No, that's all. I do have one question. So, I know when I go get the tether removed, are you guys going to send the paper over or just a specific?
We're going to send the paperwork over to the tether unit to remove the tether, and you got to give us so go this afternoon. We'll scan it over to the tether unit, okay?
Okay.
All right, and I'm sorry you've had on the tether.
No, it's okay.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, then. Have a great day. Stay safe. Don't forget to call my courtroom so we can get your information.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a great day, Mr. Jackson. Stay safe.
You too.
Thank you. Ms. Cameron, that's it. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good day, Judge. Thank you. Bye-bye now.